How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the show. God, it's been like a week or so. I think it's the longest I've been without doing a stream for a while now. No expectations, as usual, but boy, nice to be back. Nice to be back on the show. A lot of stuff to get through. Wow, you're going to have an action-packed, if you're here, welcome. You're going to have an action-packed 30 to 40 minutes. Going to blaze through a lot of different stuff. Some big stuff happening on PulseChain. Oh, big stuff happening in the community. We'll talk about the conference. Everything else as well. SEC deadlines coming up 6 or 7 days. Amazing stuff in this ecosystem. Is your bodies ready? Are you ready? I'm excited. I'm excited for this. I could chat, get as many questions as we can, get them in the chat. And give me just a minute here. I got to catch up on stuff. Catching up on all the bookmarks. A lot of good bookmarks. One of my favorite features of the X. Also, reminder to go touch grass. It's good for you. Just went outside myself, got some sunshine. Feeling pretty good. Got some vitamin D. Saw a snake. A nice snake. We don't have any unfriendly to human snakes on this side. Good snakes out there. And what else? Yeah, enjoying the outside, enjoying spring. Pretty nice here. Excited for summer as well. Started doing dips. Yeah, here we go. Give you an exercise health update. Started doing some dips. I like dips a lot. Dips are good. And what do people stake hex? That's always good. Always like to see that as well. Let's start off with that. Let's start off with the 5.5 hex stakes. Gonna get chat in just a minute. Boom. Look at that. You like what you see? You like what you see there? Almost 3 million hex stake for 5.555. 205 T-shares. Those T-shares, they ain't growing on trees. I'll say that. Pretty good. I keep seeing all kinds of really long stakes for various amounts as well. And it really is encouraging. Really, I really liked the ecosystem. Yeah, again, you can see what you want on X or otherwise these days with the red candle syndrome. But boy, is the system working as intended, even with adjustments up and down. Monetary policy changes we've discussed as well. And people are participating. You know, if I ever see the contract, the hex contract, or otherwise relevant ones not interacted with for a long period of time, that may not be a good sign, but that doesn't seem to be happening. Doesn't seem to be happening. Oh, actually, let's click at let's see, go realdefi.com, click on explore, take to the shortcut app, scan.pulsechain.com. If you type in hex here, give you the checkmark verified forked copy of the hex token on the Pulse chain. And if you get a contract, let's see what I got to look at. Token transfers. Actually, how do I look at? Yeah, okay, I guess just click the address again. And if you look at, what is it? See, we're going to talk about new block floors coming up too. But yeah, I mean, basically on the first page here, the transactions, you can see people 28 seconds ago, 1 minute ago, 3 minutes ago, doing contract calls, all that fun stuff. So interactions for the hex token up. If you want to look at hex on Ethereum, ether scan, just do hex ether scan. And if you look at, yeah, it just shows on transfers on the first page. Hex on Ethereum, people seem to be doing stuff with, well, so both hexes, alive and well, 336,000 holders, it says on Ethereum. I like that number. I like that. Does it give me a chart? It does give a little chart. Is there a bigger chart I can see? Man, that's what I like. I want to see like charts of, I mean, I know we got charts and stuff on PulseChain too, but I feel like every button I want to click, every number, I just want to like, one day, which maybe I'll hover over it and it'll just like give me this amazing chart. Is AI going to do that? Actually, why couldn't do that? Everything, like you just, you know, every number you touch with your cursor, with your mouse, just like turns into, you can just click another button or hold click or something, and it just turns into a beautiful chart and all these other metrics and stuff derived from it. That'd be pretty cool. I like that a lot. Anyways, Hex token alive and well. Let's get some big moves though. I want to say one thing. I'll start off with, we got a lot of stuff to cover. I'm going to go in a few different directions. I think you're going to like it though. Richard Hart, I know this is old news at this point, but turned on comments. I think it's relevant for at least one big reason, I would say, is not afraid to hear replies. I mean, his bio still says Richard only communicates in person. Doesn't use Twitter, all the other stuff too. However, I don't know. Does somebody know in the chat when he turned off replies? Was it, I don't know, I want to say like a year or so ago. Was it SEC time? I don't know. I don't remember. But turning it on and then asking people, like, very segue into the wallet piece too. Asking people, what features do you wish wallets had? He's talked about creating a wallet a lot before. And I feel like at least 6 months or a year, he asks the question again or references in some way. And even somebody saw a clip, somebody posted of, was it Somi or somebody found a clip of him saying wallet. Let's just get a quick search. What do you say? Like wallet guy is done with wallet. Well, I'm just going to put wallet guy. Let's see what it says. I think it was from the conference. Oh, it may not index it. I think it was from the conference, which would be on Maddie's channel from 2023 conference, maybe. Yeah, it must have been January. Was it January 2023? Yeah, it said something like wallet guy is working on wallet. I can't remember what it said. I bet I have the clip somewhere too. Let me see if I can find it, because that was a pretty good. Oh no, it was probably on one of somebody's videos. Yeah, if I usually have a bookmark, if I would came across it on Twitter. But anyways, he's talked about wallet many different times. Now he's asking what features do you wish wallets had? Who knows when wallet comes, but again, I think turning on comments, wanting to interact with the community more, whether he reads it or not. I think it's pretty cool. And I think that's pretty bullish. And it kind of leans into the SEC thing coming up on the 21st too. Is this would you be surprised if it was just done, like they're not going to amend it afterwards? Like, would you be surprised that happens? Shout out Dirty Crypto, had a lot of great content over there. Only 7 days left to see whether SEC decides to amend its complaint in the PulseChain case. What's your prediction? I mean, RH is looking pretty confident. And turning on, you think you would turn on comments just to go silent or to turn them off again? I mean, I guess he could be testing or could just really just want to have feedback and get some ideas for wallet that may or may not be coming. Again, I want to say it's coming, but then, it's been coming for 2 years now. So I tend to not get super excited when it's mentioned, but haven't seen any links to download or otherwise yet. But certainly pointing to the appetite for making, building, releasing, maintaining a Pulse. We got to assume a PulseChain wallet, right? That has different stuff built in. Hopefully some Shut in Sierra staking Hex integration. See if it shows my post up here as well, or did I? I didn't see this one. I was tired. Making a wallet. That's funny. Nuclear herbs, that's some good stuff. Privacy, lots of privacy. But I again would not be shocked. We had some privacy stuff in there. Where's my post? Or did I post it on this one? Probably posted on this one. Because I mentioned, here we go. Forking MetaMask could have the same benefits of forking Ethereum. And I'll talk about privacy, PulseChain first, values, decentralization. I think that would, for me, that would be the play. And again, I think it's great to have options. I'm glad we have community-driven wallets. I got KG coming on the show on Friday. I'm sure we're going to get some updates on the internet money and a lot of pieces there. A lot of people like Rabby. I don't know if they like them as much right now. I heard they got some review changes over there. Whether I'm going to touch that one right now, but people let their voice be heard. It seemed to be, man, I can't just, every time I think about like DBank, not having DBank for PulseChain, it's like, that was the place to look at transactions and stuff. Forget about the wallet stuff. It was like one of my favorite places to just look at SAC wallet stuff going on or look at whatever. It was just annoying that's gone. Who knows how long it'll be gone. Anyways, forking MetaMask. To me, that's the one that makes the most sense. Again, you can love or hate MetaMask, whatever. I think everyone thinks it could be better in all these different ways. Why couldn't you make it better then, right? If it's open source, there's already other forks. I'm just going to literally use Google AI built-in. What are the forks of MetaMask? It should automatically trigger the AI. Are you going to give me an answer? You're just going to Tally? Yeah, I've heard of Tally. So Tally was one of them. Really, you can't just give me an answer. What are the, got to be more specific, popular forks of MetaMask? All right, now I just don't want to answer it. I can use GPT, but I think it was Tally and something else. So there's at least two, I want to say two, maybe more forks of MetaMask. So if you type in MetaMask open source, it should take you to GitHub code. Yeah, so if you go to GitHub repo and look there, MetaMask extension should be this one. It's got 12K stars, I'm imagining. So also the mobile app is on there. They open this more mobile app too, maybe. So yeah, you can look at the code and see if you go to app. And then, actually, I'm not sure what, I've never looked at this repo. I don't even know what. UI, I wonder, I don't know how to look at this code. I guess UI, context is, yeah, you can look at the TS, the JavaScript and stuff too. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this code base, but anyways, open source. I don't know why you wouldn't fork MetaMask and just make it, add privacy features, turn off all the telemetry, turn off all the privacy sucking features. And then again, you get all the benefits of Ethereum. You get all the upgrades. MetaMask has upgrades, PulseChain, MetaMask gets those upgrades too. It's easy install base. Probably, adding, when you click add to MetaMask for PulseChain, is probably easy to make that work for the PulseChain fork as well. Sounds like a no-brainer to me. So, I think about it as, yeah, do I like MetaMask right now? Not much. Is it, again, does it have staying power? Does it have all the security audits? Does it have, have people looked at it, eyes on it, years and years and years? Is the premier wallet, is onboard and all this stuff too? You can certainly make a case for all those things. So why not just take that, make it better, PulseChainify it? You could fork any open source wallet, but MetaMask, I would not be surprised. And I know a lot of other audits, or a lot of other wallets have audits, and they've had a team working behind them and all this stuff, and they've been around for a while too. But MetaMask is, when did MetaMask come out? It's got to be a few years old at this point. So anyways, a lot of good choices for wallets out there. Forking MetaMask would be super interesting. Would not be surprised to see that. So that was my take on it too. Boy, again, what an exciting week or so. We got RH turning comments back on. Again, could be some foreshadowing for SEC stuff. Could be interesting. You got more wallet talk, which could be pretty cool as well. Who knows when wallet, I've been talking about for a long time, PulseX upgrades. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if they were being staged, released when most useful for upwards price trajectory. Can you imagine, everyone's like, PulseChain, look at the number, price is down, community drama, it just doesn't look good, all this stuff. And then like that, I could totally see the script being flipped and people just being like, wow, in hindsight, it was so obvious. It was the bear market. It was, Richard being muzzled. It was, just not, whatever macro, all this stuff holding it down. And now bang, 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 feature, new PulseX stuff, new wallet comes out. You could throw R8 streaming in there if you want, whatever. I don't know. I feel like the pent up energy is real. The pent up winning is real as well. So that could be pretty cool. Chat, promise I'll get you in just a minute. Oh, what other cool stuff? Let me talk about conference real quick, and I will get back to it. So if you have not seen, there's a new PulseChain conference coming out. I think we're going to have 2 in May. It looks like. I think Maddie talked about, last I checked, doing the one or announcing the Pulse, his Pulse conference in May. And then about a week ago now, or a few days, no, not a week ago, like 4 days ago, I was just thinking, and then it's kind of, when I take a break from stuff, I tend to get ideals, and I have time to think about things that I wasn't quite able to think about before. And it just made sense to me. I was like, why not? I feel like I could organize a conference. I definitely have the advantage of knowing a lot of people in the community. And, again, I think it'd be great for the community to have as many conferences. Again, I hope everyone out there is inspired to go create their own events, whether it's in person, online, meetups, whatever it is. I think the more the better. It's awesome. So hopefully I have plenty of lots of cool conferences this year. And I was just thinking, I'm like, what would that take? Start thinking about logistics. Okay, you gotta, you basically just need to come up with a name, come up with, sort of ideals for topics and agenda, panel versus solo sessions and stuff like that. And then again, you got to have like an audience, right? You got to have people who would want to speak at an event you organize. And thankfully, so far, I've had about, I think, around 15 submissions so far. So lots of, yesterday I spent some time banging out some acceptance messages and stuff like that. And what else do you need? You basically just need like a Google form. I mean, this one, for example, if you apply to speak, click apply to speak. It just comes up. You need a Google form, intake for information, name, email, when you're available, what you're thinking about, format, topics you want to do, stuff like that. And you just have an intake. There's different ways to do it. You can do invite, you can do submission, you can do different formats and stuff like that. So you can kind of do a mix. There's different ways of doing it. But I thought, it's like, I don't think it's that hard. And then, for me, I'm only going to take on what I want to. So, I'll just do like, a few hours a day for a couple days, not doing like a 24-hour deal or otherwise, which is, again, much respect to everyone who does, the whole like super long, type stuff like that. Again, Maddie's did a lot of great events around that. But I'm like, I'll just do it for, basically like the whole day, for my day with the hours that I set. And then you just schedule it, right? Like, it's going to take some time to get the schedule together, timing, you're coordinating it, across probably, I don't know, by the time I know expectations, but like, I feel like it's going to have 20, 30, 40, 50 speakers at this point, based on the rate that submissions are coming in. A lot of people I haven't even, I know most people that submitted so far, but there's like at least 1 or 2 that I didn't even know or I haven't talked to or otherwise yet. So that's pretty cool. You get to meet new people, you get to give them, people who want to speak, you give them a voice, right? Like if they got stuff that, again, everything's discriminatory, like in a very neutral way. You don't give, you don't lend your car to people that you don't know or don't trust, or, you don't go on a road trip with people that you don't hang out with a long time either. So no expectations, no obligations that on that part. But and there's limited slots. Again, we're going for 7 hours? 6 hours for 2 days. So I'm going to try to max out the schedule as much as possible, but I think a lot of people are going to have to join panels. There's not a lot of room for solo talks. I'll say that too. And panels, you can't, I don't want to have like huge panels either. I feel like when you have, I don't know, I just prefer not large panels. I would say 4 to 5 people at max on a panel. I feel like 4 is a really good number. Then everyone gets a chance to talk and riff and give their ideas for stuff. So anyways, scheduling. So you got intake, you got scheduling, You got promotion. Again, I don't know if I'm going to have a website or not for it. I thought about it, but it's like, is it worth even having a website? Do I need to, can I just promote on YouTube and X, do stuff like that? And then you just do it. And everything else is just streaming, right? Like, I mean, yeah, some of it's content. It'd be nice. I mean, I will mention that, like, I have a donation form, and it's not for donating money to me or anything. It is for donating. You can donate coins, but it would go for trivia prizes. So I want to do trivia. I want to do a couple different games in them. I got some ideas and stuff for that. Again, I'm organizing this pretty, like, yeah, I'm not asking anyone for help organizing this. I'm doing it myself, as of now. So trying to keep it lean, trying to keep it basic, but also, themes, like if you want to donate media, for example, if you have again, no expectations or obligations for him. If you donate it and I use it or don't use it, again, please don't have any expectations there. But if you are interested in doing like media of some sort, like images, thumbnails, I kind of already have thumbnails, but I'd be interested in other ones because I'm not super good at them. Intro stuff, memes, transition pieces, anything to go from speaker to speaker. Any like just feel good, like again, pump up pieces, pump the numbers up, pump the attendees up, anything like that. So you can donate. This is the form. Let me put this in chat real quick. So that's got the link to both of the forms. So if you want to donate media, so this is application donate, but again, this is like afterwards. If you want to donate, I can tell you like where to send the stuff and all that. How to contact and all those pieces. But if you have anything you want to donate as far as media goes, music, videos, memes, stuff like that, or coins, if you want to do only core coins, and those can be given away for trivia prizes for people, participating in trivia and all that stuff. That would be awesome. So that's there's a form for that. So basically, intake form, and then the rest of it's just streaming, right? I know how to stream. It's like the 500th stream or something. More, I feel like I did more than 500, 400 or 500 streams. If you go to RHMax.tv, spelled it wrong. It's just a quick link to go to the channel, and it'll ask you to subscribe. And it's not working. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, it just redirects to the channel, asks you if you want to sub. If you go to playlists, and then where's interviews? Interviews is just everything. 595. Wow, we're getting on 600. So, I mean, a lot of them are also just re-uploads from other channels that I was on as well, and conferences and stuff. But I'd say over 500 episodes as far as on the interviews. Interviews encompasses just every live stream pretty much. And again, copies from live streams or re-uploads from live streams from other platforms or other channels and stuff too. So cool stuff on that. Again, conference update, PulseChain Conference 2055. If that confuses you, which it tend to confuse a lot of people, to me, it was just, you have an idea in your head and you're just like, that sounds cool. So to me, it was like, you got Blade Runner 2049, you got Cypherpunk 2077, and this is, Pulse Conference 2055. And also, so the dates, let me just pull it up so it makes more sense. The dates, so date for the conference is going to be 5/5/25, but in 2055, the date would be, in May 5th, 2055, it would be 5/5/55. Very special date. Numerology for the community is there as well. So anyways, that's where it comes from. Don't be confused. It is not in 30 years from now. It is now, but also a futuristic type play. And maybe I'll have some art. Again, if you want to donate any art and stuff for futuristic themes, that'd be cool. No expectations. But if you want to donate, help participate, speak, a lot of different ways to do that. It's coming up. So with that, I'll take a quick break get to chat, talk to chat, see what's going on over there. Scrolling to the top. Number 1, Cryptoad 83. Let's get the party started. I like it. Let's get this party started. It's gonna be a big party coming up May 5th. It's gonna be fun. How's it going, Archie? Welcome. Centurion 54X. How's it going? TPJW. Hardest intro music in the game, someone make it for me. Yeah. Shout out to Proof of Beard. Proof of. I don't know, change his name on Twitter sometimes. Markable. Yeah, his name in the community is Markable, though. Proof of Beard 1 or so on the X platform. Yeah, he did my my media package a couple years ago. It's my 3rd year streaming. Yes. 2022. Wow, time flies. Almost. Oh yeah, that's right. It is coming up in May. Oh my gosh, this is not planned either. May, I started streaming, I believe May 2022. So funny enough, the conference is around the time of the 3-year anniversary of RHMax channel. That's pretty cool as well. Didn't even think about that. You made me think of it there though. So yeah, maybe 8 months to a year after I started streaming, I worked with Markable to create a package, and the music and the video and the whole the theme and the background and all the stuff you see here. The logo, he did the logo, all this stuff. Pretty cool. Life on Scivive. Shout out to Crypto Truth, a speaker at the conference coming up. He's going to be on the Scivive panel. There, I'll do like a schedule sometime too. I'll do like a pre-release schedule, maybe a week or so before the conference. Once I get most things finalized, at least give you all a sneak peek of that. Should be fun. The Chad of 69 packs is here. How's it going, Chad? Welcome. If I do enough dips, hope to be 169th as strong as that ripped body that is prepared for mad gains, I do believe. Mincer says dips or squats our body. I believe it. I did squats before as well, but I think yeah. I feel like they're safer squats. You got to be careful with, not squat advice, but dips I feel like are, I don't know, they seem more innocent, seem more like straightforward. I'm not saying they're easy. They're definitely not easy, but like they're bang for buck. I really like them. They're very simple and very effective, I think, so far. Pretty good. Centurion, I will come back and talk to you about, I'll prompt that in a minute. We're going to talk about the dollars moved recently as well. Nice take. That was the 5555 going on. Have you checked out the new Explorer? All right, you prompted me for that. I'll go to that, and then we'll wrap up here in a minute on the stakes. But let me find, somebody had a tweet on was it Dirty Crypto? Probably Dirty Crypto. He has a lot of great tweets. Yeah. Nope, it wasn't Dirty Crypto on this one. It was PulseChain News and Talk. So this one, if you're like most of us who loathe using the official PulseChain Explorer, 2 new Explorers were recently launched. And while they're huge upgrades, both need additions to the PulseChain, So Midgard, this is something I think I saw them, I think Corey had them on their show the other day. And yeah, this is the one. Yeah, maybe they'll submit a talk at the channel. I'm curious, like anybody building like stuff like this, submit a talk, see if it gets accepted. I love tech stuff, so this is pretty cool. So Block Explorer, I wonder, I literally, this first time playing with it. I've not had a chance to do this. I'm curious. Yeah, when I type in Hex, it does do, wow, it shows like the top 2 of those 2 as well. And then you can go token security scan. Interesting. Wonder what that is. So risk analysis. Okay. Did we talk about this the other day? Or maybe I was thinking, oh no, we were talking about with the PDI stuff. It was, or just the P copies in general. The idea was to see if you could write like a tool or something that could, or a website, with the back end that would look through the contract code, pull out risky stuff, and kind of like give a risk profile of each of the P copies of whether what was it like, to avoid or get a risk idea of how risky they were, if they were just a plain ERC20 or if they had other functions that could be called, and other stuff happened with. So that was the idea we were talking about the other day on the stream, but this is pretty cool. Okay, so you can analyze the token. Probably, I assume it just pulls down the source code for the token and probably it's got API usage. Maybe it's using AI to analyze it, I would guess. Not sure. Pretty cool. Pull scanner. You can even scan a pull for like risky stuff. It's pretty interesting. Not yet. Looks like a TBD, but token distribution. Oh, I like the charts. Look at this charts. You got the token rank holders rank. Swapping. You can even swap here. Let's see if I click tokens. What does it give me? Nice pretty page with some logos on it. All right. If I click blockchain, what's it give me? Shows me the blocks. There's some pretty cool stuff on PulseChain. Pretty cool community stuff, as well as like bigger moves happening. Again, I'll get to the other move in a minute. Cool. See, latest wasn't on the front page, but latest transaction, latest blocks, price chart, gas estimator. Pretty cool. I like it. I love people, especially like, in a day where we're just like flooded with new tokens and stuff all the time. I really appreciate just people building platforms that just help people use PulseChain. Again, there's not a lot of incentive to do it, right? Like the incentive's easy with a token. Like, okay, you create a token, you want to make it valuable, you spend your time doing that. Maybe you spend more time doing that than you do, promote the core coins. Again, everyone has their own thing. They get do whatever they want to do. But the incentives are pretty easy with token. Oh, okay, I make token, I make it valuable, and that's my incentive to go create it and again help everyone else, whatever your motivation is on that. But with a platform, with the block explorer and stuff, what's your motivation? It's you want to help PulseChain. Like you're kind of zooming out, right? Like you're like, I want to help people explore PulseChain and onboard, and I wanted to give us all the tools we have on other platforms. And wow, even AI powered Pulse Explorer. That's pretty cool. I'm curious. Yeah, if they ever come on the show or speak at the conference, I would like to dig into how they use AI for a lot of this stuff too. So you build stuff like this because you want to help improve the ecosystem, and it's like one-to-one monetary reward, like a lot of people, like oftentimes it is with tokens and stuff. So love to see the tech, love to see tech being built, and refreshing to not see, just another token, and to see like things that help people explore PulseChain and make it easier to use the chain and all that good stuff. So Midgard, and this one's called Keck Explorer. All right, this one looks like a fork of Block Scout. Yeah, made with Block Scout. So the other one, was it built from scratch? Let's see, donate changelog. Wow, they actually that's pretty cool. They actually list like the stuff on here, the changes and stuff. So I'm not sure if this is a fork or if it's like all new code about. Yeah, I don't see it here. But this one, where are we? This one. Yeah, this one looks like a fork of Block Scout. And it's a similar pulp chain explorer. Similar to the official PulseChain one, which is also a Block Scout, right? I think. Let's see. This is a Block Scout, isn't it? I can't remember. It's been so long. Yeah, Block Scout. So this is 106.335. I wonder if they also list this here. 705. 701. Yeah. So Anyways, we just type in hex. This is becoming the new test. Oh, okay. You got, oh, it's got dApps up here too. Interesting. So this, is that something that the PulseChain one doesn't do? I don't see a dApps one here. I just see tokens when I do this. Yeah, I don't see dApps in here. So that's interesting. This one has dApps as well. And then hex, you click on that. Or yeah, actually, if I just want to list dApps, I'm curious there. So 9x creator, PulseX. That's pretty cool to see the different dApps on chain. That's something that I didn't even really think about. That's pretty cool. Because it just wasn't enabled, I guess, on the other one. Charts and stats. That's something I really want, though. Yeah, I really want to start charts and stats. And yeah, these kinds of stuff, really good data. Cool. Cool. So 2 new block explorers. That's pretty sweet. People building, doing good stuff. All right, back to chat. We're going to wrap up here in a few minutes. Not going to be able to get to all the questions. It doesn't appear, but I'll try to say hi to at least blaze through chat real quick. J Money, how's it going, man? Welcome. Alex P, hit the like button, up that 30, help that go. Hopefully we reach some people. Pretty good. Sorry, I'm scrolling. I'm actually be a good host. I'll certainly hope so. It'll be my first time hosting conference, I guess. So especially organizing. Yeah, organizing it should be pretty good. Yeah, 2050. Like I said, we may be having a conference in 2055 too. And then what I'm going to name it then? I'm going to name it, I don't know. I guess at that point, let's just call it what it is this year and just call it Pulse Conference 2025 2. I don't know. We'll figure that out if we come across it. Yeah, sorry, I cannot get to all the chat. NJ Dub, wish you did more interviews again. Hearing the hex comes up, hearing the hex come up, your stories on your channel is one of the reasons I get the ecosystem. That's good to hear, man. I'm glad that I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I know. No expectations, but I think hopefully we'll get more people. You know, I want to talk about hex more too. But there's just not a lot of people in the ecosystem these days that are super active that, I can make some good content with hex on. So it's kind of the thing. It's like, I want to make sure, and it's pretty high quality, when I create content. And yeah, I mean, there's just, for hex, it's hard. I mean, PulseChain and even PulseChain, I really like to get in the technical side too and get into the stats and stuff. And it's just, it's not that easy these days. So hopefully when we get green candles, somebody said, maybe something the other day I was talking about, fresh people come in and stuff like that. I think that'll be really cool. I'm really excited to see if we get, if we get the moon run imminent, incoming, and we have more people coming in, not just investors, not just people deploying capital, but people who come in and contribute and become the new series of streamers, right? Like I was the new series of streamers in 2022. And, we've had streamers and streamers and content creators in general come in every year of some sort, and some take a break or leave or otherwise too. And I'm excited to see new people come in and be fascinated with the stats, fascinated with the metrics, and with green candle syndrome, have a motivation to really, if that's what motivates you, to shout at other people the amazing stuff you're seeing and put in the work and do it. I mean, people are motivated by different things, and I'm here to win. I've said that 500 times, 555 times. So red candles, green candles, I've been streaming through both, at least the last 3 years. So who knows what would happen? I don't know. I feel like starting to stream in the bear market kind of helped me find this kind of middle. I don't know. I feel like my personality helps with that a lot too. But helped temper my I'll say it. Helped me maybe just not be tempted to just my emotions right on the color of the candles type of thing too. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if I started streaming in 2020, how different it would be. I know a lot of people out there, it's hard to get motivation when you went through the first glory run, and then you got to go through not glory run. It's like, I could imagine it's not easy to have those to have that. So I hope all of our OG streamers come back as well. Hope we get some new amazing streamers out there too, and hope we're able to attract some new people from the conference, just like you sounds like you came across and loved hearing Hex on this channel as well. So I definitely want to do more Hex streams. It's just not easy to do so these days. So I appreciate it though. I will keep, Actuator Protocol, they're going to be speaking at the conference as well. I love seeing people build on Hex. I love digging in technicals. And if we got some cool tech and we got some cool price performance, that makes it so much easier. Got the flames. I like the flames. Sorry, I'm going to have to scroll through chat. You guys are popping off, though. Appreciate it. It's really quiet. I have my volume on full. I'm slightly deaf, I'm going to have to say. That's what you meant to say. Hopefully you're not slightly deaf. That would suck. If you are, then hopefully you can hear as good as possible and you're enjoying the show. But it seems, I imagine it may be on your side, because otherwise I would hear mic sucks or can't hear you or unsubscribe in the chat. I haven't heard that so far. Knock on wood. Shout out to speakers at the conference. I think let's see. I've been tagging them. I don't think I tagged Zenith, so definitely shout out to him. Shout out to Crypto Truth, of course, as well. Who else? I swear I'm going to wrap up in a minute, but you guys got some good content. Yeah, so Whitney Tails, I had him on the show before as well, community chat. Fast Abdul, you got Triple Dad, Keith Thompson. I haven't met Keith yet, but he does marketing, PR. That's some interesting topic around that. PulseChain looks like. Project Pi guys. You got say Crypto Truth, Cryptomatic. You got what the Hex guys. You got Peter, DJ Cryptomatic, Papa Boner. By the way, it's pretty funny. I'll pull this up. Toby Wan, Coffee. It's also been accepted as well. Applied, accepted. Excited to see him. Hopefully, I'll have a good talk. Yeah, this one. They did this is my favorite one. So they did the AI generation thing, I guess. And so yeah, DJ Cryptomatic, they got Papa Boner, and their accessories. Peter, it cracks me up. All of his accessories, very colorful. And Toby Wan as well. So pretty fun stuff. Yeah, Peter's is funniest. All right, Hexing Contractor, how's it going? I gotta move on. Fast Abdul. Secrets. I don't know if it's secret, but I will tell you about another big move to wrap it up that happened on PulseChain. Let me find a link and I will tell you what I think. You hear what I think about stuff? That's what the show is, pretty much. Hear what I think about stuff and other people who talk. OA Wallet sent $4,098, around $7 million, $6-7 million to another wallet. Sent it through Tornado Cash, 100 ETH at a time. Love this move. Privacy, fundamental right. No more running from bad actors. Pretty interesting that the Tornado Cash went off the sanction list, and then OA was like, "Cool, can use that," and then did. This is another one. PulseChain John, is his name? PulseChain John. Also covered this with the link here as well. No debank link, but yeah, got transactions here. It was, yeah, you can see right here. At least it is listed here. 100 ETH, 100 ETH, 100 ETH, going to Tornado Cash there. And I think I have one more that covered it as well. Or maybe, yeah, it's just the same one. Same or similar one. So what does this mean? Why did thousands of ETH go 100 ETH at a time through Tornado Cash? I don't know. But I think a few interesting things to note. One, not afraid to move around sack money. Two, not afraid to use Tornado Cash. Three, who knows what the money is used for? I don't really care. Like, it could be whether you think it's paying developers or you think it's going to pump bags, or whether you think it's to, enjoying a luxury yacht, like whatever it is, it was sacrificed. And I don't know, if you think the guy that's out there for glory, probably put it into the best use possible. Probably out there working hard. We should have no expectations of him working hard, or whoever controls the money, organization or otherwise. But boy, can't help but think it's pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. So 4,000 ETH moving around. Look at that. Look at that. I wonder what's going to happen. I don't know. I think privacy, we're back to using privacy. I really like the trend in the right direction. I like the, ever since the new administration got in, like them or not, a lot of good things for crypto have happened. Of course, the price hasn't went up, but it's kind of like, I don't know, I feel like there's still time. Like, I feel like a lot of these moves are just positioning, and all those pieces too. There's a lot of things that haven't happened yet that have been alluded to in the broader markets, in Ethereum, with freedom and crypto, and especially the sanctions list and stuff like that, with Tornado Cash being operable, and the possibilities it opens up for PulseChain. So I think it's pretty cool. Every time I see sack money move around, I think, nice, pretty cool. Am I looking at 100 in 2022? Is this date just wrong? Because, yeah, weird. Anyways, yeah, link happened. So I don't know why it says the date like that. I guess I click on it and see. 2022. So was that 100 ETH? Did this happen before? Am I just not looking at the right page now? Well, that's annoying after I just talk about it. It says in 2022. I was about to move on to something else too. Wow. Okay. One sec. Let me click. So if I go down here, let me go over and see. See if I can find the 4,000 that's on the page over here. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong page. It's going to make me go figure this thing out again. 10 hours ago. Don't want to be doing chain analysis on here. Let's see, from success. Okay. 18 hours ago. Interesting. Yeah, so it says 4,000 here. It's around 6.5 million at current value. Out. Okay. So it also happened 3 years ago? Was there also tornado cash going out 3 years ago, 100 ETH? That's confusing. Interesting. Let me check the hash. So CA00, that was from January 2022. And if we go to this one, no, different ones. So it also happened 3 years ago? Was it also 100 ETH at a time sit through tornado cash? And why 100 ETH? Isn't it if you do multiple transactions or something, it mixes better maybe? Like, why not 4,000 at a time? Yeah, I think maybe it mixes better or something like that. Let's ask GPT. Let's ask GPT. Why would you send 100 ETH through Tornado Cash at a time versus sending full amount of 4,000 ETH? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, this is a very good answer. Tornado Cash has fixed denomination pools. Supports 0, 1, 1, 10, and 100. So you literally can't send 4,000. The most you can send at one time is 100 ETH through Tornado Cash. And because it makes all the tech work better, harder to trace that thing. So they won't even let you, you don't have a choice, it sounds like. Yeah, interesting. TIL. Then I learned that. Pretty cool. There we go. How many big things happened on PulseChain? We got the SAC wallet making moves. We got the Richard Terminal comments. We got wallet talk going on. We got PulseChain conference. We got 2 block explorers coming online from the community. What else? Like I'm missing. SEC stuff coming up in a few days. We'll see. Yep. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff indeed. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, everyone. I was trying to go 30, 40 minutes, but I went to almost an hour. Solo stream, almost an hour. That's a RHMax throwback. Hope everyone is doing great. Enjoy the rest of your week. Should have a show on Friday. And should be a good one as well. So come back Friday. Again, PulseChain. All right, let me leave the link to the conference stuff. If you want to go, let me find it real quick. All right, yeah, if you want to apply to be a speaker for the conference, check out, let's see, apply to speak at Pulse Conference 2055. Go to that link. If you want to donate either coins for trivia or media that could be used, could or could not be used at the conference to make the conference great. Let's say again, but first one, then you can use that for them. That being said, I bid you all good day. Have a great rest one. I'll see you all later. Scivive and 5555. We are out.